what I find beneficial about buying real estate is like how it just removes anxiety away from your life. You could Airbnb them, but I prefer just having reliable tenants because Airbnb is also a risk. Like they come and go and you're going to have to talk more. There's more maintenance. It's more work. You don't want to do work. You want to use, my advice, you want to use your work and your energy on what you do. And the real estate thing is just like a stress-free way to print cash without paying too much attention. I wouldn't do Airbnb unless you want to focus. If you don't want to think about it too much, which is me, get some nice homes, some cheap condos, like in a nicer neighborhood. They don't have to be big houses that maybe has one tenant or maybe 2 or 3 people living in there, but one person paying rent, and you just let them sit. In the hood is something maybe when you're experienced. Yeah, when you're experienced, but it's still higher risk. So that's why that's my advice. I differ from Myron. And it's going to take a while for it to pay itself back. Like it's going to take a long time for it to pay itself back. But what you can do also, if you buy like a nice house like that, you could flip the house when it goes up in price. There's a high chance of that. What states do you suggest? I just suggest states like people, you're going to get different advice. I think you should go where you know. I think you should invest in what you know. So I wouldn't try to like, say, you know, a reliable property manager, so you have a friend or a family member that could oversee it. If you have somebody that could trust it is within like your area, or like, you know, like that it's good real estate in that place, then I would do that. I would just go as simple as possible. That's what works for me. People would give you different advice. What's the lowest ROI you would invest in? I mean, but the thing is, like, even though it's going to take a while for the rent money to pay for the house back, you shouldn't think about it that way. You should think about it like you're buying a slave that's going to work for you forever. You're buying a slave, but also you could flip the house. Like if shit really goes bad, you have multiple houses and you need like a couple $100,000, you could just sell one of the houses. Like real estate, most of the time, does not go down in value. It pretty much always goes up in time. It always goes up for the last, you know, however long. I can't think of a couple of years where it's went down. I live in Toronto. House prices double every 7 years in the GTA. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like around metro area, if you buy it in the suburbs of a really big metropolitan area, it's gonna go up. This year's going down, yeah, in the short term. But if you wait 2 or 3 years, it's gonna go up. Don't think short term with real estate. This is a long term investment. If you think that way, you're gonna be good. And I think the same way with crypto. Like, don't think most of the time, like, yeah, you can do meme coins and some fun stuff, but don't think of crypto as a short term investment. People are stupid when like they're like, oh, my Bitcoin went down. Like, dude, it's gonna go up. Patience. That's why you use your extra income. So that's why I like diversifying. And other people are going to give you advice, but that worked for me. And I'm in a much better position this year than I was. Like if you look at my, break down my finances now compared to when I started streaming 3 years ago, right? May 2022. Dude, my life is like completely different now because of that, because I put it in the right places. You gave up on ETH, don't give up on it. Just put it long term. Bitcoin's the most reliable, obviously. And I could be a little more, reliable with my money. There's some stupid things not stupid, but like, for example, I have my crib in Miami that I haven't been in like over a month and it's just sitting there. Right. And that's like money that I could spend on an employee. So it is a lot, but I like stuff that gives, like, it helps me work. I realize my work output is better when I'm stress free. So some people will call that stupid, but it's like, if it does relieve stress, knowing that I have that place when I go to Miami, it's there, having another streaming setup there, having that place there, if I can give it to people if they want, like that does relieve stress and it helps me focus on work. So that's the way I don't see people who talk about finance talk about that. Like it is an investment to relieve stress. MJ says, I got to learn how to do real estate. Well, okay. If you don't have enough money to buy a whole crib all at once, then you could borrow. You can get a loan, but the interest rates are really high right now. The interest rates are like 8%. So right now I wouldn't, like, a lot of other finance people are going to tell you to get a loan, but the interest rates are like 8%, which is stupid high. You want to get it if it's like 4%, then I can understand. But right now is not a good time to borrow. So right now, buy cash. That's my advice. But again, I'm not an expert.